Welcome to Crossfire. You know the rules. 3 rounds to determine who will take home the championship belt. Will it be the challenger, J.E. Skeets, or the champion, Lee Ellis? Round number 1.
Wow.
The NBA trade deadline is 3 weeks and 1 day away. So tell me, which team do you think is most desperately in need of a trade? Here we go.
The Houston Rockets, because we've all enjoyed what James Harden's been doing lately. No doubt about it. It's been fantastic. But the concern is that he will slow down and break down a little bit, perhaps close to playoff time. Now, James Harden, look at the stats. Fantastic, but fourth quarter percentages are dropping. They need some backcourt help. They need anyone really just to help him a little bit. I think Daryl Morey's made a few other moves to open up some cap space and a roster spot. I think the Rockets are going to do it.
Am I having deja vu? Because I swear we were asked this question a month ago in Crossfire. You and I, you took the Rockets, and I'm taking, once again, the Pelicans. They still need to make a move because they're on the clock with Anthony Davis. The extension's going to be thrown in front of them this summer, and it'd be nice if his team was good, and they're not right now. They're 21 and 23.
Trade him to the Rockets.
He needs some better players out there, especially a wing that could give them any sort of perimeter defense.
I'll give you 4 first-round picks for Anthony Davis to the Rockets. What about that?
I'm going to hang up that phone very quickly.
Yeah. I think we just re-aired the same segment from a month ago.
I swear, we were asked that. I'm telling you.
All right, round number 2, the Atlanta Hawks. Yes, the Atlanta Hawks had a very, very good win on Tuesday night, beating the Oklahoma City Thunder. They've had lots of good wins recently, gone 8-7 over their last 15. But should they be having wins? The question is, should the Atlanta Hawks keep winning? Here we go.
Well, yes, because I don't think they actually have much choice in the matter. There are teams that are worse than the Atlanta Hawks.
Right.
I said that coming into the season. I know some of you did as well. They weren't going to be the worst team. They have some young talent, and it's coming together now. And the other thing is, the starters bump is real. We're in Atlanta. Some Hawks guys come on our show, then they leave, and then they ball out. John Collins, he had like career highs. He comes on our show, he has career highs for like the next 3 games. Bembry just on our show. He's putting on a show last night in OKC, against OKC. So, yeah, they don't have a choice. They're good. Not bad.
They have a choice. I mean,
what do you want them to do?
Some of their, not as good of players if they want. But the problem is here, I mean, it's tough because I always like teams to try hard and to win. But you don't want to win too much and perhaps get a lower pick in the draft in 2019. So,
No. Here's what's wrong. The Cavs have the worst record right now. They have a 14% chance to get the number 1 pick. The Hawks have a 10.5% chance right now to get the number 1 pick. They're still winning games. It's not that different.
Yeah, I know. It's a tough one.
All right, too many numbers.
I'm telling you.
Round number 3 tomorrow, guys. Tomorrow, London will host their 9th regular season game ever. Now, when the Wizards take on the Knicks, 3 o'clock Eastern on NBA TV. Let's hope they don't go into double overtime. We might not get on air, guys. But the question, what should be the next international destination? Here we go.
Well, I wonder what he's going to say.
Well, we're going to get a little taste in August when Team USA goes to Australia, Melbourne, in fact, the sporting capital of the world, for a couple of games. Now, I think these are sort of appetizers, really, for the NBA, just to see how much interest there is in basketball down under, and there's going to be huge. It's going to be 55,000 people for 2 games, Australia versus USA. So I think in a year or 2 we might actually get a regular.
You always yell
game.
Homer at me whenever I bring up the Raptors. You say Australia, you're a homer. I think it's the Philippines. 4 times bigger than Australia, and they are arguably even bigger diehards than Australia. I know Australia
bigger
loves
diehards?
basketball. Yes.
What do you mean they're bigger diehards?
Absolutely. Shout out to my Filipino fans out there. They love basketball more
than us.
Australia. Absolutely. Get out you kidding me?
I'm not breaking that up.
They got more passion than you, Ellis.
Too, but
they got more passion
Wow,
than
we
you.
don't want to stop. We don't want to stop it. This is great television.
You're coming at me, Ellis.
All right. Break it up. That was a real basketball fight. Hold me down. All right, but the winner today, because I do believe Lee Ellis repeated both his first and third answers from many shows, is J.E. Skeets.
This one's for the Philippines. The real diehards. They love basketball. Australia, they got rugby. They got Aussie rules. They play cricket down there.
Hey, I see you on the grand final every year, Skeets. You have
They
a ball.
love their basketball. All right, when we come back, Lee and I will actually fight. And are you up or down on Joel Embiid trolling the Wolves after a monster win? Don't go anywhere.
Raptors Celtics Part 3 coming up at 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific. Jeff Van Gundy checks in to discuss the Celtics' biggest issue. Plus, Howard Beck is in studio talking Warrior statement win and what's ahead when Boogie returns. Right after the starters, join us on 10 Before Tip, presented by Ford.
Right into the up-down report. Let's see those thumbs on Twitter. Hashtag the starters, thumbs up or thumbs down. First one, the 76ers crushed the Wolves last night, 149-107 in Jimmy Butler's first match against his ex-team. After the game, Joel Embiid had some playful comments directed at Minnesota, tweeting, "It was an honor to be part of the third stringers and get a win against real NBA starters." Hashtag the process. Embiid, of course, poking fun at Jimmy's infamous practice. When he was with the Wolves in scrimmage, had all the third stringers, took on the starters, got the win, and told everyone about it. So are you up or down on Embiid's tweet here, the little troll job that he had on the Wolves? What do you think? Thumbs up, thumbs up. What?
I'm going thumbs down.
Why?
Well, of course I'm thumbs up. But I'm going down just to be that guy. Well, it did two things. It went at the opponents like Joel Embiid always does.
Yeah.
But it also showed that he's got his Wolves teammates back, or his Sixers teammates back. And the thing is, yeah, that's great. Everybody should be excited about that. But for us who do a daily show, come on. Don't support your teammates. We want you to have some infighting for our show. No, of course that's a great
thing. The good thing about Joel Embiid is when he's winning, he's great. He's on social media. And when he loses, he knows he's going to get a little bit back too. So when Philadelphia go to Minnesota, expect that game's going to be pretty spicy later in the year. And if the Wolves get a win, expect Joel Embiid to get a fair bit of attention on Twitter and on social media.
Yeah, if you're the best team in the league, you got to beat the worst teams to be the best. If you're going to be the best at social media, you got to hit the softballs out of the park. So if you beat a bad team, you got to talk a little trash. That's the Embiid way. That's why he's the best.
A very funny tweet. All right, next one, guys. The Lakers made some big changes to their starting lineup ahead of last night's game against the Bulls. Tyson Chandler replaced JaVale McGee as the team's starting center, while Kentavious Caldwell-Pope took Josh Hart's starting shooting guard spot. Now, the switch-up came after a rough 3-7 stretch there by the Lakers, and for one night, it was against the Bulls, but it did work. They got the W. Are you up or down, though, on this Lakers starting lineup changes here with McGee and KCP going in there? What do you think?
Yeah.
Down?
Fool's gold, if you ask me.
Why?
Because he did it against the Bulls.
Okay.
Give those other guys a chance against the Bulls because you're going to beat them no matter who you run out on the floor. So I don't think you're going to take a whole lot out of two lineup changes from this game because you can't really measure it against an opponent that's not very good.
See, I'm saying the same thing on the flip side of the coin. If you're going to do it against the Bulls, so you're guaranteed that it works. If you want your team to look more aggressive and a better defensive team, play some guys who haven't been starting against the Bulls. They're going to play hard and they're going to look good defensively. The Lakers won the first and third quarters. The starters are out there. Then guys looked engaged. They looked aggressive. I thought it was okay for the Lakers to do it, and against the Bulls, perfect move.
Yeah, we're fools to believe it was gold, though. It wasn't all that gold. KCP didn't have a great game. Tyson Chandler didn't have an out-of-this-world game. I think it was Lonzo Ball who had a good game finally after having a few bad ones that really turned this game around. It turned sort of their fortunes around. When Lonzo plays great, this team goes pretty great.
And I should say it wasn't a blowout win against the Bulls. It was a 7-point win, but they got the job done. All right, final one here, guys. Take a look at this pick. This is great. This poor Clippers trainer helping 7'3", nearly 300-pound center Boban Marjanovic warm up before a game. Yeah, guy is holding on to those resistant bands for dear life. So I want to know, are you up or down on stretching with Boban? I mean, would you want this gig that this guy has?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Force me to stretch. Nice.
Yeah, that's the thing with me is if you're doing this, if you're the stretcher, you're gonna have a very strong core, a very strong grip. But if those bands snap back, you're going thumbs down for sure because you're going down. Whoosh.
Yeah, but you also don't want to be any viral photos like this, you know, where people are going, look how huge Boban is compared to the other guy. So maybe there's another job out there that you would like to do.
All right. Well, let's hear from
viral
you guys.
photos.
Let's hear from you guys on Twitter. Hashtag the starters. Thumbs up or thumbs down for all three of those. One more break, but when we come back, Lily throws 2 thumbs on a very solid play. And a little bit more. Hopefully some time for some fan signs. I know we've got them piling up here. Hopefully we get them. We asked you what are some things to text to Zaza Pachulia. You hit us up on Twitter, hashtag the starters. Trey, you got some answers.
Yeah, I got some answers, but really only one answer. Nothing easy, nothing easy. Game 7, nothing easy. We going to Game 7? Hit that! Going to Game 7, baby!
Nothing easy! Nothing easy! We're going to Game 7, baby! Game 7! Game 7!
Woo! We going to Game 11 in our pick'em play. Raptors-Celtics, great game, should be. Trey and Taz taking the Celtics at home. Lee and I going with the Raps to keep the winning streak going on the road. Should be a good one. All right, Lily, VSP.
Yeah, we're going out to Denver for just a beautiful one here from the Warriors. Watch Stephen Curry because the Nuggets forget about him after he makes that beautiful pass to Draymond. Look at him. Look how much space he's got in the corner. Swish bomb. Perfect. I mean, where's the scouting report? You know?
Keep moving after
Kind of like that
pass.
sideways. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he?
Exactly.
Oh, there he is.
And he finishes perfectly. That's what I call a very solid play.
Very solid indeed, and I think we have some time for some fan signs.
This first one comes from tomorrow. Oh, this is Young Chi, Master Chief. Hey.
You've been Jeeve, bro.
We got you, Lily.
Oh, you got me. You got me. Yeah. This one is Tomorrow Stars basketball from Melbourne, Australia, all the way to America for a
Homer.
for a trip during the school holidays. This is Dub and Dad, our attempt at making the Starters studio set.
Wow.
That's pretty good. I'm not sure what the elf is there.
Yeah, very cool.
This is Ben, who dragged the girlfriend Andrea and some friends to Sacktown this time.
Okay.
Very nice job there. This is Ian and Megan rocking their starter shirts. No starter sign, but starter shirts from Homage.
And
So,
Styling on
I
'em.
appreciate the support.
yeah, go and get yours. Who else we got here? Josiah. Yes, this is from the Blazers
That's
and
nice.
Nuggets game. Yeah, he's been on this before.
Nice doodle.
And this is also Justin, only baby at the Kings and Blazers game. My wife and I, 30th birthday, would be wonderful to use the photo on your next show. Grill marks are. So they squeeze a lot in there. Grill
Starters only, baby.
Starters only, baby. All right, that's it for us tonight. Howard Beck coming up on 10 before tip with Jared Greenberg. That's coming up next. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Thanks for joining us, folks, and keep an eye on the Newswire to determine, find out whether or not Skeets or Lee is fined or suspended for tomorrow's
Let's
show.
go. He put his hands on me first. Let the record show. Embrace the night, people.